Hello, I'm Bood, and welcome to episode 2 of Rebuilding Arsenal. As always, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. While you're all here, why not smash the like button? If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. Go check out my old stuff. Stick around for my new. And this episode, hopefully, will be a cracker. Last episode, I think things went not too bad. Tried out a new tactic. I'm going to stick with that tactic throughout this season. And we got ourselves into the Champions League by winning the Europa League. And I didn't have really any money to spend, but we had a lot of money in the bank. This was going to be different. And it was going to be fun. And again, don't tell anyone. I'm a United fan, right? Don't tell anyone. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying being manager of Arsenal. What's the world coming to? I don't know myself. I think I might be going a little bit crazy. Maybe it's because it's Christmas and I'm full of Christmas spirit. And while I'm full of Christmas spirit, I'm giving away 2 copies of FM20. If you want to enter, just go back, find the video, watch it. It tells you how to enter. And we're making the draw on the 20th of December. So good luck to everyone who enters. I love you all. Let's get into it. So like I mentioned, we did win the Europa League final, battering Lazio. Pretty good run up until the final. And I enjoyed this tactic. It wasn't perfect, and I was going to use it again this year. I don't know how long I'm going to use it after this year, but I quite liked it. And the squad itself, I mean, some people send comments of episode 1, Arsenal, they're like Manchester United, they're overpowered, get rid of this player, do this, sign this player. But I was surprised by how good some of them are, and I never compare it to real life. If, say, a player's crap in real life, but they're great on Football Manager, that's all I care about. If they're good on the game, they're good on the game. So it is what it is. Although the guy got sent off. Seems like a lot of Arsenal fans don't like him. You might have to put up with him for a little bit longer. But last year, you might remember as well, I only had 10 million. All the money had been spent, and I had to work with what I had. I managed to loan a player in, didn't I? Pretty much it, really. This year, well, it's going to be different. But unlike my rebuilding Manchester United at the end of FM19, I wasn't going to go out and buy Galacticos. I had a wonder kid list. I wanted a young, fresh, dynamic team. And that's what I was going to try and build. But to build my vision, I wasn't only going to spend the club's money, I was going to try and recoup some money. Now, Ozil, I might have mentioned I got rid of him last year. I let him go on a free because I didn't care. We didn't need the money. I just wanted him off the wages. And I've done that with a few players. I do that quite often. But sometimes a bid will come in and you can't say no. Well, Paris Saint-Germain came in for Lacazette. He was like my number 2 striker last year. He was good. He had a great season for me. But I thought, I'm going to cash in. Let the dude go home. Because he's better players I want. Better, younger players. Callum Chambers also left for a good chunk of money, about 30 mil. Now, I wasn't actually going to get rid of him. But when they came in, and then I remembered a very good young English right-backs on this game, I thought, sack it. I think it'll be a great bit of business for us. So Callum's left. Now, this young lad had a bit of promise. He wasn't a bad young player, but he was never going to really get in my team. He's got pace. I mean, he's got potential to be a great striker. I'm not knocking him. But Norwich came in for some money, and again, I was just trying to clean out the decks and bring in some of my own players. We sold off another young-ish player. This time it was him. What a name, eh? What a name. Legendary. We got about 10 mil for him. And the last major player to go for any decent amount of money, it was Henrik Mcateer. I can only say his name because he used to play for Manchester United. Got about 2.5 for him. Valencia's slowly become a bit of an Arsenal B team, I can tell you that. Eventually, going into next year. I've done the summer. I'm just about to start playing tonight, season 3. But that was it. So I had quite a lot of money to spend. Freed up a lot of wages. I know their transfer fees as well. So what did I spend it on? First up, I bought myself a young, promising goalkeeper. It's very hard to find a wonder kid goalkeeper. I've mentioned this in the past. He's not a wonder kid. He is only 18, but I loved his potential ability. I love the reports I got back from him. So yeah, we purchased him for about 10 million. It's going to increase. Now I know you all want me to get rid of that Socrates guy, whatever his name is. He will be going next year. This year I thought he's on paper, and in the game he'd be a good player as a backup centre half. But I wanted new centre half, so to freshen up this defence a little bit. So I've bought this lad who technically was a wonder kid. He's not now, but he was when I signed him. He's now classed as a centre back, but I think he's got a great future. I think he's a good young player, and he's Belgian, and everyone, well, most people love a Belgian. This lad I've had before, and I cannot praise him enough. Now, he's done great in the VOLCANO, but wow. Wait till you see what this lad does in his actual natural position, or pretty much a natural position. He's great. And he is still a wonder kid. He's only 20 years old. It cost me a bit of money from an average freaking team in Italy. If you could get this kid, Sandro Tonali, get him. Get him. I think he's, on this game, going to be one of the best central midfielders ever. Now we're getting into the big money. And remember, I always stretch my finances. Now I spent 20 million on Haaland. It's going to go up to about 60. So he's worth 60. And he's Lacazette's replacement. Probably the best young striker in the game. He's all over the news at the minute. Got Juve, United, Madrid, everywhere apparently. I'll have to wait and see where he goes. But I've not had him yet on the game. I keep hearing people talk about him on Twitter within the FM community. And I've not had him. So it's my first taste of Mr. Haaland. I wanted a big time centre half. There's a couple I wanted. And there's another guy Inter I wanted. Might have to be patient for him. Couldn't get him. So I went for this lad who I think is good. 28 years old. So he's not youth. He's not going down my wonder kid youth policy. But sometimes you need a bit of experience. So since I bought a young centre half, I thought I'd buy someone who's got a bit of something about him. And I think he's good. 4-star. I ain't complaining. Saka did great last year and he's a great young player. But he's also going to be a bit more of a backup this year. I've got Pepe, who's great in the game. I don't know how good he is in real life. In the game, he's fast. He's a great winger. I wanted someone on the left. And everyone was after Sancho. Everyone. We've got him, luckily. Probably because we've got into the Champions League. But he's probably one of the best young wingers, isn't he? On the game. And he's going to be my left winger. And then last but not least, we spent big on a very good, young, promising centre-half. Someone I know becomes a good player on the game. And that's Max Aarons from Norwich. He's cost me a fortune, but the board didn't even bat an eyelid. Some of them other ones, I had to convince the board. This one, they were fine about it. That's Callum Chambers' replacement, possibly Hector Bellerin's replacement, and he's English. If you've never heard of the kid, check him out. Wonder kid. Class player. I managed to spend 227 million. Brought back in 124. Now, a lot of these are obviously stretched out. And I always say, dude, if you're a club like Arsenal, United, or City, or Liverpool, you can stretch these out. I mean, look how much he's going to cost me eventually. Wow. I mean, some of that, I think 20 million of that is when he scores 50 goals. When's he going to score 50 goals? Think about it. You can be quite clever with it. You can kind of cheat in a way without cheating. It's part of the game, isn't it? I do that quite a lot. 50 minimum goals. I'll give you 100 million. There you go. But yeah, we've got rid of some dead wood. Let's have a look at the rest of the team. We'll start with the goalkeepers. You've seen him new backup, and of course we're keeping Leno, who I think is a decent goalkeeper. He's still quite young. He's still worth quite a bit of money. I couldn't really get much better without spending a lot, and I'd rather spend the money in other areas. Over to right back, and of course we've got Max Aarons, and I think he's going to push Hector Bellerin this year, and I think he'll get plenty of chances because Hector, as good as he is, loves to get injured. Over to the left backs, and they haven't changed. I love Kieran Tierney on this game. I think he's brilliant. So he's definitely my number one, and I like his backup. I think he's good, although this might be the year he starts to get a bit peeved. I don't know how good he is in real life, but on this game, his ability is amazing. Okay, centre-halves, and this way it might get controversial, seeing as how many people said you wanted to get rid of him. But obviously we've got Stefan, you've seen him, and I'm keeping him. This year only. He's 32, he's way too old for me. I'd have got rid of him this year if I had any money left, but spent it all. He's going to be like a fourth choice. We'll cash in next year if his contract doesn't run out. Probably run out. Who cares? He's a backup. Don't worry about it. We've got Rob Holding as well as the other backup. Young English, knows the club. Centre mid, and I think this is a good part of my team. It's young-ish, apart from Mr. Granite. I think it's quite young, and that's probably going to be his last year because there's other players. I've got a long list, you see. You just can't get everyone in one goal, can you? And like I said with United, I went out and bought the best ready-made players. And I could probably do this with Arsenal by 1 or 2. But I want to spread that money and get some youth, make an exciting team, you know what I mean? But we've already got Lucas, who I think is a good player, all-round decent player. I don't mind him one bit. We've got Matteo as well. Again, good young player. I like him a lot. 21 years old. Obviously, we've just got Sandro. We've got Joe Willock. Yeah, it's Willock, innit? Not Wilcock. I don't know why I wanted to say cock, but I nearly did. Yeah, he's young, he's English, knows the club, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's 4 of them. And then you've got Granite to back him up a bit his last season. And he can pass the ball. Got a bit of tackers. Over to the right wing, and of course, we've got Pepe. I've heard people moan about him, but on the game, you can't complain. He's fast. He can dribble. He's okay. He's staying here for now. And his backup, Reece Nelson again, like Reece Nelson was last year. And then we're going to have a floating backup, which is, of course, Mr. Saka. Every time I see his first name, though, I think of a rude thing you can do with people. I don't know why, but I do. You may or may not know what I mean. I'm not going to say it. Over to the left, ignore Aubameyang. I love him. I might have to try and sign him for United for fun and see what he can do. And then we've got this young lad who's worth loads of money. He deserves to be a bit more of a backup. Saka, backup, and obviously we've got Gabriel Martinelli, who's a backup on the wings, and he's going to be a backup striker. And talking to strikers, I'm quite happy with them. I wanted 4. I think I've got 3 good ones. Obviously we've got Aubameyang, who is just a beast, and he's getting on a bit now, 31. But I like him, he's too good. He's too good. Obviously Haaland. We've got this kid, who we bought last year, remember? The only player we bought last year. Wiggled the finances, didn't I? He's got a lot of promise, and as a backup young striker, I'm not going to complain. I think he's a good player. And then, obviously, we've got Martinelli and so on. I'm going to give this kid a chance this year until I've got more money next year. Next year, I've got another young striker I'm going to try and sign. I know he's not a world beater, but there's other players who can play there. So I think the squad itself, and my best 11, looks pretty sweet. I mean, my favourite central midfielder in that team, and he will be. I think we could do damage. I think we can top 3, top 2, top 1 it this year. Over to the finances, and I've still got a crap ton in the bank. That's because I've spent the majority of the stuff I brought in. And we've still got a bit left, to be fair. I'm just leaving it now. But I might have laid in the club with a bit of debt. About 106 million-ish. I don't know how it works, this. I don't know. I don't even care. If I can do deals and make a better team, I make a better team. When I'm at a big club, when I'm at a smaller club, I'm a bit cleverer. Like my Munchen Club series, have you checked it out yet? Go and check it out. It's brilliant. It's with a fictional team from Munich. Risen from the ashes. Go on. After this, go and check it out. So what do my board want from me this year? Well, they want to qualify for the Champions League, so they're upping their aims, which is good. And what I like about being Arsenal is we start top of the league, don't we? Which is great. Get to quarter-final of the Champions League. Super Cup, forgot about that. Do you remember? I didn't tell you who won, did I? Well, now you know. Liverpool beat Juventus. Brilliant. We've got to play Liverpool. FA Cup, semi-final, Caravel Cup. Not asked. I'm going to be B-teaming that Caravel Cup most of the year. So last year, the bookies were bang on. And they're very rarely bang on when it comes to me. But they predicted we'd be 5th. We were 5th. This year, they're predicting we'll be 3rd. I'm okay with that. I don't mind that one bit. I really like this team of mine. Apart from a couple of oldies, we're doing all right. And that's it's a rebuild. You've got to take your time. Wait to season 3. And that's hopefully when I can finish it off. I'm hoping. But I think this team's going to be great. I mean, Tonelli's in there. He wasn't in the other one. He's in there. He won't be in it. So, yeah, I don't get what that is. But to be fair, I was looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to seeing how some of these young lads perform. We haven't made all the big signings. I mean, we've got 3 on there on the top list. United sold Pogba to Real Madrid. Dybala's come to Liverpool. That's a good one. Harry Kane's gone to City. There's some big time deals there. I mean, Max Aarons was my biggest. It cost some money, but I think it'll be worth it. You might remember last year I did my coaching team and my medical team, and I left the scouts, didn't I? Because they weren't too bad, even though I knew I could improve them. I was just getting bored of it. I wanted to wait. I thought I'd leave that till next summer. Well, I've done it now. As you can see, we've got lots of new scouting, lots of new data analysis. We've got a new technical director, new director of football, and they're pretty good. Jack Fletcher, I signed him just because he's got the same name as my son, Fletcher. It also helps he's one of them absolutely amazeballs regen technical directors. Look how good he is. Hey, we're moving up here in the Gunners. Now sometimes I have small pre-seasons, sometimes I have big ones. And I had a big one this time. I really wanted to try stuff out. I wanted to see how they are. And it went well. We haven't lost a single game. As you can see, we played our own team, our affiliate Colorado, and then we stayed in the States and played a lot of teams in America, man. Had some fantastic results. Come out of it pretty much unscathed. We're going to be starting that season with a derby at home against the mighty Spurs. Brilliant. Then we've got the Super Cup against Liverpool, then we play United, and then we've got a bit of an easy run really up until Liverpool again in the league. But we've got the Champions League this year, we've got 2 domestic cups. A lot of football for my squad. Well, it's the 1st of January, and we're going to start with the League Cup, the Caravel Cup, the easiest, unimportant trophy. And my plan was, up until anything majorly important, was to B-team this, and I kind of stuck with that. If not B-team it, at least bring good players back into it. Like Bellerin played in this game because he's had a few injuries, got injured again. He's doing me tits in. But what a way for my young B-team-ish young to win 8-2 against Barnsley. Next up though, it wasn't so easy. It went 2-2 against Forest, great team. They rebuilded them. And we were lucky enough to go through on penalties. Well, we faced Chelsea and I stuck with my B team. And if you keep seeing Bellerin, that's kind of telling you that Max Aarons is not in my B team. Also, a player I forgot to show you played. He's the youngster. He's quite a promising centre half. I've got 5 centre backs this year. Don't know why I forgot to show him you. He was on loan last year, which was annoying. This year he's not, and that's this dude, Mr. William Saliba. I mean, he's not 5-star potential, but he's good. He's young. He's only 19. Even though Wenger's gone, we've still got shit tons of French players, haven't we? And in the semis, the 2-legged semis, we've drawn Liverpool. Bloody brilliant on this game under Jurgen Klopp. So it's going to be a tough one, but it's good to get to the semis. In the FA Cup, 3rd round, we've not played it yet, but we have drawn Wigan. Should be beating these, and I'll probably beating this as well. Martin O'Neill as Wigan manager. On to the Champions League, and we got drawn in Group D with Lazio, who we beat in last year's Europa League final, Dynamo and Lyon. Pretty tough group. We didn't find it tough though. We won every single game. Every game. Just a quick view of it here so you can see. 2-1, 2-0, 4-1, 4-2, 3-0, 3-0. Absolutely bossed it. Way better than I thought we were going to be. And we've drawn Ajax, one of Europe's greatest teams. From Holland. I love Holland. Been to Amsterdam many times. Back in my youth. To see the culture. I didn't go to any cafes, I promise. It was all about the culture. No red light districts. But it's the Premier League where we have absolutely excelled. Halfway point, still undefeated. Now that tactic, I was a bit iffy about it. I just think we needed to tweak the squad a bit. It was more player personnel as well. Once you start getting a few better players, maybe they know me or they know the tactic, we've got more link-ups. The difference from last year to this year has been amazing. Amazing. 7 points clear. The other thing that surprises me is Aubameyang on the goal scoring charts, but look who the best player is in the Premier League. That kid is a fucking boss. And this shows you, I think, we haven't got Aubameyang in the top 3 like we had last year, but we are the highest goal scoring team by a country mile. Look how many goals he scored. And defensively, way better. Way better this year. Really impressed. City ahead by 1 goal. But wow, look at Brighton, by the way. West Ham having a good season too. And if we look at the squad at the halfway point, look at my average ratings. Do anything just click it in a game and it's like easy peasy. That's what it feels like. I feel like we could win absolutely everything. We're going to win everything. Nothing's going to stop us. Who's going to stop us? I mean, look at Tonali at the top there. 13 assists for central midfield. Kid's a beast, man. I knew he would be. Young strikers obviously scoring quite a few. 13 in 10, made 10 substitute appearances. He's playing a bit more because Haaland is injured at this point, but yeah. I mean, Aubameyang's still doing well, 16 and 22. So, next game's going to be against Wigan. Then we've got the Caravel Cup semi-final, lots of fun. And then we've got a big run in here. A big run in. Last game, though, Huddersfield. Liverpool, second to last game. Could that be a title decider? Don't know. I like this, so this running doesn't seem too tough apart from Liverpool. We're now into April and we're going to come back here for the semi-final, the Caravel Cup, which started amazingly. 4-2 we beat Liverpool. Really happy with this. We dominated it really. I felt like we dominated it. We played better than they did. Surely, second leg, sort that out, cup final. Let's forget that and let's move on to the FA Cup, and I went for it against Wigan and we destroyed Wigan. We made a statement, a proper statement, battered them 5-1. Then we came up against Middlesbrough in the 4th round and they put on a bit of a show really. Fair play to them. We only just did it even though we did do more. So it's 3-2 and we're into the 5th round. I'm not winning everything. I don't know why I said that. I'm not winning everything. 1-0. Raheem Sterling. Well then it gets better. Massive favourites for this match. And we went there and they scored 2 goals in the last, well, technically 14 minutes / 10 minutes, beating us 2-0. FM does, I believe. And we did a Liverpool Caravel Cup semi-final comeback, but this time it was Champions Cup first round knockout comeback against Ajax. The cleaning, do you remember the cleaning thing? You can still buy that actually, Ajax. I used to get confused as a kid between Ajax and Ajax. Don't know why. Then we drew Liverpool Champions League quarter-final. The champions, 2-time champions now, aren't they? Because they won it in real life and they won it last year beating Juventus. So it's a tough task. And I wanted revenge for the Caravel Cup. And I feel like we got revenge. Although we couldn't keep a bloody clean sheet, I think we played better. 4-2, surely! Off to Anfield. Dust it off. And we're going on through. Well, balls to it. Balls to all them stupid cup competitions. Who needs them? A real winner wins its league. At the minute, we're still winning. We qualified for the Champions League, which is awesome. And we're miles ahead. Only lost one game. Only lost one game. Who managed to beat the mighty Arsenal Wolves? Fucking Wolves. Remember Wolves top 4 last year, Champions League. And they're still 5th. Look where West Ham are. Brilliant. Only drawn 4. 128. Brilliant. Happy days. So yeah, we're top of the league. Looking like we've got a great chance of winning it. Aubameyang's now the leading goal scorer. He's had a great few months. Tonali, best player in the league. He's awesome. Honestly, try that kid out. This is a squad, and seeing as I've got so much green, because the whole squad's playing really well, even when they're just called upon, I've arranged it by appearances so you can see who the main guys are, who's played the most amount of games for me. And the team kind of picks itself. I mean, I know people hate Socrates, but he's decent on this game. He is going though. Him and Granite are definitely going, so I'm definitely going to get Mr. Granite away. Defo. And Mr. Socrates. Age, and I've got some good young players lined up. I believe, winning the Premier League or not, I'm definitely doing an episode 3. And if I get enough money and I can put these final pieces of young talent into this squad, I think year 3 will be pretty special. Well, we're at the end of the season. It's the 1st of June. We're going to see how it all ended. And we're going to look at who won what first. And City beat Liverpool in the Caravel Cup final. Liverpool are the best team in here at the minute, I believe. Ooh, gave me some joy. Just like when we beat Manchester City recently at the Etihad. Or the Etihad, as we like to call it. 2-0, come on, Rashford and Matteo, that's what I'm calling him. Although, looks like City had the better room. United had more, better average ratings. I don't care. This bores me a little bit. That's 3 now, back to back. Let's hope that don't happen in real life. Hey? 3 Champions League back to back for bloody Liverpool. You scouts gets. If you're a Liverpool fan, no fair play. That'd be nice for you, wouldn't it? That's not nice for anyone else. And before I show you the Premier League, I've got to show you this, remember? Second to last game was against Liverpool. We went to Anfield and it just worked. Look at Aubameyang, eh? Already destroying the rest of the league in goals. Who cares how old he is? He put 5 past you, boys. Eh? 12 points last time, still 12 points this time. We did lose 2 though. Someone in that easy running managed to beat us. If you'd have said you're going to win the league and only lose 2 games, you would not have picked Forest. Maybe Wolves, because they're quite good, but not Forest. West Ham, Champions League. Fair play to you. I like that. Watford, Fulham, Palace have gone down, but that, that, for the first time since then, Jesus Christ, 2003. The money we get is stupid, isn't it, in the Premier League? And Arsenal are a big team, and you do get good money. It's not United money or City money, but it's still bloody good. And I've got 120 million there to spend. I'm going to get rid of a few players, like I said, 2 especially. And I'm going to attack that young market again and get some talent. I don't want kids who I've got to develop. I want kids who are good, who are just going to develop a bit more. Do you like 20, 21 years old? Definitely get another centre half, maybe who's got a bit of experience if I can. But can I argue with this team going forward? 114 goals. I shit you not. We're only 1 off, topping both stats, being best defensive team as well. And I believe if I can get that centre half I want, with what I've got, a few little pieces. My team ain't old. I'm getting rid of the old guys. They're all of awesome age. Hopefully they're still hungry. Next year's going to be a boss year. Well, there you go. That is the end of episode 2. Arsenal fan or not, I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed playing it. And next episode will be our last. And I'm hopefully going to enjoy that. Like I said, I've still got to play it. But make sure you smash the like button. I really do appreciate it. It helps everything. Helps the episode. Helps my channel. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. If you want to help the channel a little bit more, you can always pledge to my Patreon. You will become a part of the Bootyverse if you do. You'll find a link to that and everything else down below in the description. Don't forget, if you want to win a copy of FM20, there's a video. Go back, check it out. It tells you how to enter, all that good stuff. Good luck to all the people who have entered. I hope you all happy. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all set for Christmas because it's fast approaching and I can't wait. So yeah, thank you as always for the support. You've been amazing. I've been Booed. I love you all. See you next time.